What's up guys, Jason at B5 Beast. Today we're going to do some maintenance on the PAXTON NOVI 1500 Supercharger that I have on my 2007 Dodge Charger Daytona. Let me show you real quick how all this works and then we'll get to the filter change. Here's the head unit. PAXTON NOVI 1500. Right here we have the intercooler reservoir, and here I use just use 50/50 antifreeze. So when the coolant leaves this reservoir, it heads over here to this intercooler tank. Comes out of the intercooler tank down to this intercooler radiator, runs through here, comes out this hose, and goes down to the water pump, which is down inside here. From the water pump, the line runs underneath the head unit, comes up right here, back into the reservoir, and starts a cycle again. So when I was doing my research to find out what the specific filters are that I needed before I tore the front end off this thing, I couldn't find any information. I looked on YouTube trying to find some type of installation video or a filter replacement video, and this is the only car on YouTube that I could find that had this type of setup here for the PAXTON NOVI 1500. So if anybody watches this video that knows where I can find some information on a setup like this, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. All right, let's get back to the filter change here. This PAXTON NOVI 1500 Supercharger on my 2007 Dodge Charger Daytona has 3 filters. Right down here, we have a little filter. If I can get it out. I already took the clamp off so it'd be a little easier for me to do this video. So here's what we got right here. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to find this filter this size. I can't find any markings on it. No part numbers. My local parts store tried to search online. I did a search online myself and couldn't find anything quite like it. So this one's going back on until I can find the correct filter similar to this. We gotta come all the way to the other side for the other 2 filters. So down here, this one is trashed. I couldn't believe it when I pulled this out. This mounts to this bracket right here. It sits up in here like this. That is the worst filter I think I've ever seen. It's pretty bad. I did find a replacement for this filter. It's a little bit bigger, but I think it's going to work. We'll find out. So the third and final filter, let's put it down here. The intake filter. You can see it's pretty bad also. I already have the clamps off, so I'm just gonna pull it off here and get a better look at it. So here's a intake cone filter. See all kinds of bugs and cottonwood and all kinds of garbage in there. Now, these filters are really pretty bad. I've never seen any as bad as these. I mean, I'm pretty sure the person, all this was on here when I bought the car. I've had it for 2 years. The guy before me had it for 7. So I've at least 9 years since these filters have probably been changed. And we're going to take care of that today. Okay, here we have the new filters. Okay, this intake filter is taller by about 2 inches, inch and a half, 2 inches taller than the one was in there, so I'm hoping that it's gonna fit. This is the closest we could find in size. And if you're interested in the part number, there it is. This filter here is also slightly taller than the old one, and I'm also hoping that it'll fit without any issues. And here's the number for that one. So there they are. See if we can get them on the car. All right, so I got the filter on, clamp down, and I put the wheel well pins back in to see if it was going to be too long. And check this out, it is barely touching that plastic piece there. Any longer and I don't think it would work. And if there's any bigger around, it wouldn't work either, because up in here, see if we can get a look at it up here. It is right up against the metal. But I think it's gonna work. If it was any bigger, I'd have to find a different filter. So that one, that air intake filter is gonna work. And I most kind of like that it's bigger, because that means I'm gonna be able to, that blower's gonna be able to suck in more air. So on to the next filter we go. All right, this one was a tight fit too, but it's gonna work. just like the other one, if it's any bigger around, or still would have worked, I think, if it was taller, a little bit taller, but any bigger around than what it was, and it wouldn't work. I had to manipulate this bracket right here to get it to fit up in there right. And it cleared. Good deal. Not interfering with anything in there. Almost a perfect fit. Okay, I got everything back together. Gonna fire it up and see what it sounds like.